All right, what's going on, boys? We got a trade recap today for Wednesday, March 4th, and man, it feels good to have a win under my belt for the first time in a couple weeks with these break evens. So took this trade right here off a 5-minute candle close. As always, getting into the bias coming into the morning. Right here, prices flipped higher. This is what the market looked like coming into the market open. We were bullish, in my opinion, wanting to target this internal buy side liquidity, which is what I took the trade to. My thoughts coming in was that price has flipped higher since sweeping the liquidity from yesterday, as well as we put in a high time frame SMT at this weekly low with ES. Now we're pushing higher and respecting bullish imbalances. So my main target is 25,100, and you can see we were respecting this 1 hour, which is why I was also bullish coming into the morning. So that was my bias. My bias literally played out exactly how I wanted it to. Yeah, I mean, we ended up, we can see the 1 hour here. Let me just turn the executions off real quick, just because they're annoying. It turns on literally every single execution that this account has ever taken, which is anyways. We come down, swept liquidity within this 15-minute imbalance, and then got bought up. However, it wasn't that efficient of a move, right? You can see this trade didn't take place until 35 minutes into the market open. So coming to the 1-minute chart, I thought we were just going to break out immediately and start to make our way higher, and I was looking to see just continuation right off the bat to this buy side liquidity. We didn't end up getting that, and we ended up coming down and rebalancing further into this 15-minute imbalance. And I was actually considering shorts here, because if we look at ES, well, honestly, I'll get to why I was thinking about shorts but never ended up taking them. You can see ES fell through completely through its 15-minute gap and started to make its way down. And this is why we don't target shorts here, right? You can see ES never actually made it to this liquidity, this swing low right here. The reason that it's not smart to target shorts here in this environment is this is a swing low that was put into a fair value gap where we expect to expand price to the next draws on liquidity, which are here, right? I going over my daily bias coming into the morning, I am bullish. We have flipped bullish. We have swept high time frame liquidity at the lows. We have put in a high time frame SMT, and we have continued to move and change and shift structure to an uptrend on the hourly time frame to go higher. So if structure is shifted bullish, it doesn't make any sense to target this swing low that was put in and rejected from within a high time frame bullish gap. That is, we expect to deliver price on the higher time frame. So why would I want to even target that liquidity down there? It's just a poor draw on liquidity. And yes, it looked like we were gonna fall through this and potentially displace lower. And guess what? Going back to, why have I failed in the past? Taking trades before we break out of a range. Guess what? We never even broke out of this to the downside. We swept it and then continued higher. After we come down and continue to hold this 15-minute gap, we sweep the internal low. And then considering how chopped the market has been in general, and then how chopped the market open was, I've just been playing the 5-minute candles and prioritizing the 5-minute candles in this market, in these market conditions. That's what's really helped me so much. I feel like, and it just gives me so much clarity sticking to the higher time frames in these more chopped high time frame market conditions. And yeah, after coming down and sweeping this, if we wanted to continue lower here, we would have. That's my whole thinking about it. No, we swept it. We continued to hold this 15-minute. The higher time frame draw is still higher High time frame bias is still intact, and we start to displace higher. So at this point in time, similarly for potential shorts, I need to see us break out of this 5-minute pre-market opening range to confirm that we're actually going to go higher, right? So this 5-minute candle comes up and we wick it out, and then I'm like, nope, there's no way, there's no way. So I wanted to see a strong 5-minute candle close out of this range. We eventually got that right here. Out of this range, as well as it was above the most recent wick that was put in. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, it's pretty confirmed to me that we're going to this buy side liquidity. And so I entered on the 5-minute candle close, and that's literally it. It's very, very simple. And then my stop was just below this most recent higher low that was put in for about a 1-to-1 risk to reward, and that's a trade. Taking on the 5-minute candle close after we broke out of this range and after we closed above the most recent candle wick, proving that we were actually going to go higher, making the 5-minute and the higher time frames close above these recent highs that were put in to prove that we're going higher, and then zooming out at this point in time. Once we get this close up here, where else is price going to go, right? We've already ran through all these bearish gaps. Then the next logical draw are these highs. So it's really that simple. You can see after we get this close, like, where else is the market going to go? And these were also pretty relative highs. They were almost triple equal highs. This high took out these two by like 0.25 points. So like, I'd consider them equal high, pretty much relative equal highs. Tons of liquidity stacked up here. So yeah, man. Clean 5-minute. It's a 1-to-1, so that's all I could squeeze out of this trade, and that's fine. And like I said, I was risking a little bit heavier on this trade, risking the remainder of my drawdowns, 750. And so the balance is back up at $1,100, $1,200. Shoot, man, one good trade away from requesting a payout, a decent sized payout. I'll have my winning days, and so I'm not going to think about that. It's just more about the execution, focusing on the inputs. I continue to hammer this home. Focus on the inputs, and everything else will take care of itself. I could have easily crashed out. After my break-evens last week, after my loss last week. On a Friday. I could have easily crashed out on Friday. Coming into Monday, getting break-evened again. That's 3 break-evens in 1 week and a loss. I could have easily crashed out, but no, I didn't. Didn't crash out on Monday. Tuesday, no trades were taken. And then today, patient for a win. That's the difference. That's the difference between success and failure with these prop firms. In the past, I would have crashed out. I promise you. I would have crashed out. This account would have been blown last week. Okay? That's the difference between still having this account, being 1 trade away from a payout, and having cycled through another 1 or 2 accounts, right? Having failed and having to buy and purchase more accounts. Like, that's the difference. So yeah, not going to yap on too long. Good win this morning. Happy, feels good. Yeah, so that's the market recap. Let me know if you took anything. I know someone else in the Discord was able to take a win as well, so that's fire. In my opinion, shorts weren't confirmed to me personally until we got this 5-minute candle close. And I just wanted to see us close above this internal range here. So waited for that. That's what I got. I executed, and nice delivery to the buy side liquidity. I did record it for short form, so I will be posting that on the TikTok, on the Instagram Shorts. Unfortunately, like, the audio was very chopped because I was listening to something else on my computer at the same time, and I thought I'd turn the volume down. I did not, so like The audio's chopped on that, but whatever, you'll be able to see the live execution. So yeah, man, appreciate you watching. I will see y'all tomorrow in the market recap. Peace.